Hi, Dr. Blair. This is Brittany Clem doing her video submission on Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever. The reason I chose it was because it's going to be up on our upcoming final exam on Tuesday, and more than likely it will be. And I don't know a whole lot about it, but I did recognize the name of it when my boyfriend's dad actually was talking to a friend of his a few weeks ago about it. We were at his dad is very big into fly fishing, so their fly fishing club was having a barbecue for Memorial Day. So I went with his parents and his nieces, and while I was outside walking around watching his dad fish, there was a family of, it was a parent, two parents and their three kids were actually wandering around. The mom was concerned about one of the kids, and it's like, hey, look, you need, Johnny, you need to put your hat on, make sure you don't get any ticks on you. So then that was when my boyfriend's dad actually started talking about how my boyfriend actually had Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever back when he was in high school, 17, 18 years old in high school, and he had Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever, and then I think a few weeks later, he wound up getting the shingles. So from the way his dad was talking, that was a rough 3 months on my boyfriend. So, young, 18 in high school, and basically you're just laid up on the couch and you can't do anything because you're so sick. But anyway, this is me and my boyfriend. I didn't know that he had Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever after we've been dating for a little bit over a year. So I took the time, I did some research, and I put a bunch of information on my dry erase board and color coded it. I just like things to be nice, neat, organized, and color tends to help me study some too. So anyway, Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever. I can do this in here, the entire board. Here we go. It is a tick-borne disease, so I drew a little tick right here. And there's about 3 different ticks that can transfer it. So you have the animal dog tick. It's that's a Latin name for it. I think it's Dermacentor variabilis. I think that's how you pronounce it right. I don't know. I tend to butcher names. It's found mostly in the Rocky Mountain and Pacific Coast areas. Then you have the Rocky Mountain spotted tick, which is found in the Rocky Mountain region. And that one's pronounced Dermacentor anderson. And the third one is going to be the brown dog tick. And I am not even going to try to pronounce that because I don't even know where to start. But it's found in the southwestern U.S. and Mexico. So, as far as from what I could tell, Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever can be reported just about anywhere, but it's most commonly reported in the United States in North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Arkansas, and Missouri. So those are the 5 common places in the U.S. where it is reported. Some of the symptoms of Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever would include fever. The fever, I think, would hit about to 102, 103 degrees. You'd have headache, nausea, vomiting. What else is on here? Stomach pain, muscle pain, and lack of appetite. I know my boyfriend's dad, when he was talking to his lady about it, he had mentioned where there was one night my boyfriend was laid up in the tub and just stuck in the tub, and then when he was trying to get out, he physically could not get up. And so my boyfriend's dad had to go in there and pick him up and carry him to his bedroom. So, and my boyfriend is the type, he loves to be outside. He was in the Navy, so that's his picture of him in the Navy. So he loves being out in the water, he loves hunting, he loves fishing, he loves being outside and being active. So you talk about him going from being outside and active to he can't get out of the tub. Yeah, something's got to be wrong. So, but you have lack of pain, and also I think it's about 2 to 4 days after the fever begins, a rash can develop, and you have the rashes can be either little bitty red dots all over the skin, or you could have red splotches all over the skin. So, some of the long-term effects that it can have on you, you could possibly have to amputate either an arm, a leg, a finger, a hand, a foot, due to damage of the blood vessels. There could be paralysis, mental disability, and what's that other one? And potential hearing loss. I think part of the hearing loss may have hit my boyfriend then, because he don't listen to me half the time. But it's alright, I still love him. So then, some ways to prevent it. There is no vaccine for Rocky Mountain spotted fever, but there are a couple ways where you can prevent it. If you're going to go outside in the woods or go hunting like my boyfriend likes to, or go fishing, just know where the ticks like to live, usually in grassy, woodsy areas. So you can wear, what's that, EPA? Yeah, EPA registered insect repellent. Spray it on you before you go out. And probably wouldn't hurt to take it with you if you're going to be outside all day, so that you can spray up some more, like, reapply, do sunscreen in summertime by the pool. You can also, I think one thing I read on the website, the CDC website, but not on, I didn't put it on here, was some people will actually go and change the landscaping in their yard. Some people would actually remove plants that would attract deer to the yard. They would remove those plants so the deer would not be in their yard, because I think deer also carry a tick for Lyme disease. So that was one way to help. When you come back inside from being outside all day, you could, if within the next 2 hours of taking a shower, it would help reduce your chances of getting Lyme disease. Definitely check yourself. Check yourself when you come back inside. Specific places that you can look at would be under your arms, like your armpit area, in and out of your ears. There was around in your hair. Check the back of your knees, and then check in between your legs and around your legs. So, what else is on here? Oh, and then if you find one, just grab your pair of tweezers and grab it where it is attached to your skin, and just pull it off. Should come off. It might put up a little bit of fight, but it should come off. Let's see. Oh yeah, the best treatment with Rocky Mountain spotted fever is with the antibiotics of doxycycline. Doxycycline, if you can see that. Yeah, doxycycline. And actually, I found some statistics on it. And Rocky Mountain spotted fever occurs it can occur any time throughout the year, but it occurs mostly from May to August. So, like right now, probably a good time that you could get Rocky Mountain spotted fever. But in 2000, there was 495 cases. In 2017, that increased to 6,248 cases. Even though the cases have increased over the last 17 years, the amount of fatalities from those cases has actually decreased. The fatalities were decreased due to the how do you pronounce this word? Introduction of tetracycline antibiotics back in, I think it was like the 1940s. I think it was the 1940s, I think. Don't quote me on that. But, yeah. So there's a little bit of information about Rocky Mountain spotted fever.